Rosas set to kick off.
Here's the kicker, Aldrick Rosas, ready to get us going. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And incomplete to open things up. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. Room here to run. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. That's to his running back, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a 1st down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
So a tough road here on second and very long. They snap it at one. Now it's Jackson. Finding room at the 30. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line.
It's a gain of 50.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Jackson on first down. His throw incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Jackson looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Clayton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
36-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter with the score Giants 7, visitors nothing.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. He'll run it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. The bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
At the 32-yard line.
But I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
2-yard line.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. They keep it with Barkley on first down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On second down, Elliott. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards, a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. And some space here. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants add on to their lead.
Morton Anderson.
And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more, and it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
A short kick taken at the 18. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
At their own 36-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Lamar.
Someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. Now it's Jackson. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. They'll run on first down. Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They run the counter. Barkley. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On third down, Elliott. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Morton Anderson to kick off.
A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First down and 10. At their own 32-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. That's out to the left and complete. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy.
Complete to number 83.